Yo, what's going on? Sam here. Welcome back to another video. So it's the holiday season. You may have gotten a new iPhone recently, or you got one a few months ago, or you're looking to get one and looking for something fun to do now that you actually have it. I want to show you my top 11 iPhone 11 and 11 Pro apps and games. So if you're excited for that, drop a like down below. It does seriously help me out, and hit subscribe. There's some really cool stuff on this list, so let's go ahead and jump in. So to preface, some of these apps take advantage of specific functions of the newest iPhones, like the triple camera setup or the Face ID camera system. Others are just really cool, and of course all take full advantage of the all-screen design. So first up is Snapchat, but I'm not here to tell you about this as if you've never heard of it before. There is some cool 3D functionality that you've probably not tried out. So tap on this little arrow right here. You'll see 3D if you're on an iPhone 10 or newer. So go ahead and take a photo, and while it looks normal at first, you'll notice that immediately once you start using the accelerometer by moving your phone around and the Face ID camera system, it has mapped a 3D environment of sorts around you that you can then add a drawing or text or stickers or even an attachment on top of. Not only is this a great way to flex on your friends that don't have the newest iPhone, that don't get this functionality, it's also just nice to send a different looking snap that is actually going to catch the person's eye rather than being 2D and flat like almost all other Snapchats are. So try it out and let me know what you think. Next up, I know I'm seeing some quick judgment from you all about this one, but Angry Birds Pop is probably an app that I have sunken, I don't know, a few lifetimes into. I've been playing this on my iPad forever, and then I just realized it was also available on the iPhone. This is my favorite way right now to pass time in the car, pass time while waiting in the doctor's office, or at nearly any other point in my life. It is your stereotypical bubble popping game, but it starts out really easy, it gets a little bit more challenging, and I found that in this app specifically, I don't run the issue where I'm like always running out of lives. I feel like in many other apps that happens, and then I can only play for like 3 minutes a day. This one, I feel like I've sunk in a few hours into and haven't really run into that issue, maybe more than once or twice. So Angry Birds Pop, it's exactly what it looks like, and I think that's what makes it so much fun. Doing a quick 180 from Angry Birds Pop is the app that in my real life I have told the most people in the past year about. It's Robinhood. It is my favorite way to get involved with the stock market. Just a few years ago, I knew nothing about investing in stocks, but over time I've been able to build some wealth up by following companies that I personally believed in and that you can find as well. This isn't sponsored at all, but if you guys want a free stock, you can use my link down below, use my code, and then we both get a free stock. The app curates news about companies that you're interested in. You can see top movers of the day, and Robinhood is a company I really respect because they're trying to bring like the big scary financial institution to the rest of us. Speaking about bringing things to the rest of us, Craigslist now has an application, and although the service has gotten kind of an interesting reputation over the years, I actually really like the app, and it seems to be quite well optimized for newer iPhones. You can see it takes advantage of the all-screen design, and you can find some awesome stuff for cheap. Lately, I've been looking for a piano, and I can just go in here, search for a piano, and see people within like 30 miles of me or whatever radius you set that are looking to sell one for cheap. And you can find pretty much anything else on here as well. So it's a cool service, and I was amazed at how much I actually enjoyed using the app. Next up is Asphalt 9. It is the stable racing game for your brand new iPhone. The graphics on this one, I don't know how to really explain this in words without like transcending a little bit, because when I first got an iOS device, it was an iPod Touch back in 2007, and I thought the graphics then were insane. I don't know how these companies have been able to take mobile computing to, the 10th degree, and I guess it's because of the A13 processors inside of the iPhone 11 and the iPhone 11 Pro. This game is super cool. It is a staple. Of course, you got to get that racing game on your new iPhone to test out the graphics, test out the processor, and really push your phone to its limits. Although with the iPhone 11 Pro, because it's so quick, you're not even really doing that. Something else that I've been loving on the new iPhones is the camera systems. You got 2 cameras on the iPhone 11, 3 whole cameras on the iPhone 11 Pro, and there's an app called WholeID that allows you to shoot in RAW, which is a super high quality image format, allowing you to extract some details or get images that you wouldn't be able to get from Apple's stock camera app. Using this app makes me wish that this was the stock camera app, as it has this mechanical UI and design that make everything from manual focus to just snapping a photo so much more fun and so much more satisfying than the stock camera app. You get extra detail when you shoot in RAW here. That's why I actually picked this, because you can like see these 2 images side by side, but when you switch between JPEG and RAW, there's something about the RAW quality that I'm really drawn to. You've got ability to switch between lenses, between 1x, 2x, 0.5x, and it all works instantly. The new processor on this has made it faster than on any iPhone when I've used WholeID before, and that's what had me coming back to this one. It's a cool way to shoot photos, and if you're testing out those new cameras on your iPhone, I think it's a staple, even though the app does cost a couple dollars. Next up, whenever you're going downtown in a big city like Los Angeles, or especially somewhere like Chicago, you'll notice that the parking there is absolutely absurd. Sometimes $40 to $50 for just a few hours during one day. My girlfriend, who lives in Chicago, showed me this app that has changed my life whenever I go there, or LA, or big cities like St. Louis as well, called SpotHero. It allows you to get an entire day of parking for like 13, 14, 15 bucks, while at the same time allowing you to filter your results for self-park or valet, or since I drive an electric car now, I can actually see what garages have electric vehicle charging, so while I spend my day downtown, my car can be charged for free by the end of it. This one's a lifesaver. It is the way to find parking in the metropolitan area. I'm not even sure if I use that word correctly, but if you're ever downtown somewhere, check out SpotHero. It will save you a lot of money. Another app that could possibly save you some money is if you get that constant prompt from Apple about iCloud storage. It's full. It's too much today. You need to upgrade to the 1,000,000 gigabyte plan for $1 million a month. Well, if you don't want to do that, Google actually offers a completely free photo backup service for photos and videos that give you unlimited, I'm not making this up, unlimited, but slightly lower than perfect quality, high quality storage. So it's not going to be the full resolution that you took the photo in or recorded the video in, but it's backed up for free to Google servers so that you can free up space on your device while still keeping all of your memories. Now, keep in mind, this is a Google service, so what they're doing with your photos and your videos and your data is another story. If you care about your privacy, this is not something I can recommend. However, if you're willing to compromise that just a little bit to free up some storage space on your phone and just make sure everything is backed up properly and you never lose those memories that you care about, Google Photos is awesome. I've been using the service for a couple of years and it hasn't failed me yet. Next up is Clash Royale, which is something else I've been playing for a number of years. I took a break from it for a hot minute. I'm back now because they've added some really cool updates and I've just found myself generally enjoying this like altered tower defense game. It's made by the same people, Supercell, who made Clash of Clans, and you send troops down one of the two main lanes to try to defeat the other person's king tower. And then you try to get all the crowns. When you get the crowns, you win the game. There's some really fun 2v2 modes that they have now. They're adding new troops on a regular basis, and I find myself doing this whenever I've got a couple minutes to spare and maybe I'm a little bit burnt out on Angry Birds Pop for the day, which would be nearly impossible, but hypothetically if I would play this. And it's also really fun to be in a clan with your friends and see who can like be the best at the game. This is a fun one, lots of in-app purchases, so beware, but you can also play for free like I have and never pay a cent and still have a ton of fun. Just like I did with Angry Birds Pop and Robin Hood earlier, to counter Clash Royale, I've got Credit Karma, which is a must-have if you have a credit card or loans out of any kind. It tells you anytime a new account under your legal name is opened or closed. So that way you can actually monitor who is using your name, your credit, your social security to make sure that you don't suddenly have thousands of dollars of loans in your name that someone has been trying to scam you out of. It's actually really important to do this in an era where I feel like privacy is just slowly on the decline. So if you do use credit cards, it's a completely free service that I've had a good time using. And it made me feel like I sort of know how much money I owe companies rather than just saying, oh, I think it's around this number. It's concrete information about your credit score, about how much money you owe that you can see tangibly in front of you. And I conclude this list, the 11th app, again in no particular order, because this one I probably use the most out of anything else, is Apollo. It is a Reddit client. I'm a big Reddit fan. I love looking on r/Apple, r/Bitcoin, r/Kanye, I don't know, a million others, r/Tesla Motors. It's a way for me to keep up on news about things that I care about. I mean, I feel like I don't need to sell Reddit to you as a concept, but this app is amazing. I do not like reddit.com on the desktop or even the normal Reddit iOS app at all, and this allows me to browse really quickly, really efficiently, and even set things like a default subreddit to launch when the app opens. Now, it costs a couple bucks to get that functionality, but there's new app icons you can unlock, and the support here is out of this world. I think this has been in like every single What's on My iPhone video since the app came out a couple years ago, and I do not plan for it to go away or be, passed up by anything else anytime soon. But wait, there's more. I got a couple of very quick honorable mentions right here. First up is Guitar Tuna. I believe I included this in the last video. If you do not have a guitar actual tuner on it, like I feel like all of my friends just don't have one for some reason, you use this app on your phone to make sure the guitar actually sounds right and it can be tuned properly. So you can like actually tap on the strings to hear how, the normal tuning is supposed to sound. Second one right here is Shazam. I'm sure all of you have heard of this. You can actually ask Siri to automatically find a song, but I found that to be a bit unreliable. With Shazam, it's actually an application owned by Apple now. You can actually open it and have a setting so that as soon as you tap on the app, it starts trying to detect the song that is playing in the room that you're currently in. And then because Apple owns Apple Music as well, you can really easily add it to your Apple Music library and playlists. Those are all the apps and games I got for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, it does seriously help me out if you drop a like down below and hit subscribe for more. Happy holidays. I've been Sam, and I will catch all of you in the next one.